Hello, good evening and welcome to the Zabeel Stadium in the heart of Dubai, where we're getting ready for match day 6 of the AFC Champions League 2. It's Al Wasl against the United Arab Emirates against Al Wehdat of Jordan. And this is Group A, the group that the two sides are taking part in. Al Wasl already through to the knockout stage. And Al Wehdat, well, they're playing for pride and able to move on to the knockouts. It's a lovely evening here in Dubai. Quite fresh, quite cool. The winter's arrived and a little bit of breeze. Almost perfect conditions, you would say, for football tonight. Frustrating campaign this has been for Al Wehdat. They have never recovered from losing their first 3 matches of the group stage. Since then, a win and a draw, but too little too late for them to make progress. And so they'll be hoping tonight they can go out with a bang rather than a whimper. As for Al Wasl, qualifying as group winners, and they're one of 4 sides in the West to be unbeaten so far in the league stages, along with Al Ahly of Qatar, Andijan of Uzbekistan, and Al Nassr of Saudi Arabia. There are 6 sides overall, in fact, East and West, who are yet to be defeated. 2 sides over in the East, Gamba Osaka of Japan, and Tampines Rovers of Singapore. Not a big crowd in here this evening, given the lack of jeopardy on the match, but still plenty to play for. Both these teams have got new coaches since the season started. And let's not forget as well that the Arab Cup has just come to a conclusion. So as a result of that, all of a sudden, all the club fixtures are going to be starting again, and starting again in a hurry too. In fact, here in the UAE, Al Wasl sat out the last round of matches in the UAE Pro League in order to get ready for this fixture. But after this game, they've got a fixture in the league in 4 days' time. And in fact, this match this evening is their first of 6 matches in just 3.5 weeks. There's Ali Saleh on the right of screen there, along with Salim Al-Azizi. Ali Saleh, long-time captain here at Al Wasl, starting on the bench this evening along with that man there, Nicolas Jimenez. They're the 2 players for Al Wasl who represented the United Arab Emirates in the Arab Cup. Both countries, actually, the United Arab Emirates and also Jordan, did especially well in that tournament in Qatar. The UAE finishing in the 3rd and 4th place playoff against Saudi Arabia, which was abandoned because of heavy rain. And Jordan, the runners-up, losing out to Morocco. The Al Wehdat fans they're looking forward to the action this evening, as are we all. Two teams about to emerge onto the pitch, along with the match officials. The AFC music gets underway. There's the AFC flag. Our match officials will follow. Then we'll have the 2 teams. Al Wasl, known as the Emperor, playing in their traditional yellow strip this evening. And on left of screen there, in the green and red, That's Al Wehdat. Their nickname, the Green Giant. And they produce a significant performance tonight. And these two sides met earlier on in the competition. It was a victory for Al Wasl by 2-1. That was in Jordan. So can the United Arab Emirates team this evening do the double? Al Wasl have played a warm-up fixture ahead of this game, given the fact that club football was on hold because of the Arab Cup. They played against second-tier side City FC a week ago and secured a 4-1 victory. Good to see there on left of screen, Fabio de Lima. He missed out on the UAE's campaign in the Arab Cup because of injury, but now restored to full fitness. And he's captaining the side tonight. His opposite number, Abdullah Al Fakhouri, goalkeeper for Al Wehdat. Handshakes all round, high fives and fist bumps too, between the two sets of players and the match officials. And very shortly we will be underway. Pitch received a watering about 80 minutes before the start. It's in beautiful condition, as it always seems to be here at the Zabeel Stadium. Let's have a look at the two teams. Al Wasl, well, with top spots sewn up, Mesut Meral, their coach, makes 5 changes. In come number 10, Fabio de Lima, 11, Matías Saldano, 19, Serginho, 34, Adrielson, and 79, Pedro Malheiro. The substitutes, well, the bench includes Al Wasl's 2 players in the Arab Cup, Ali Saleh, number 7, and 31, Nicolas Jimenez. There's no place for Soufiane Bouftini, the Moroccan defender, who was part of the Arab Cup success. Referee tonight is Rustam Lutfulin of Uzbekistan. It's his second AFC Champions League 2 match of the season. He was also in charge of Persib Bandung against Selangor on the 23rd of October. Indonesia against Malaysia, and it was Persib Bandung of Indonesia who came out on top there. 2-0 success. Had 4 matches in this competition last term, 2 in the AFC Champions League Elite, 4 matches actually in the under-17 World Cup. Let's have a look at Al Wehdat, already knocked out. They've made 3 changes. In come number 17, Rabia Al-Alawi, number 21, Mustafa Kamal, and 23, Ahmed Taher. Substitutes include number 6, Ahmed Jamous, the team's representative in Jordan's squad in that Arab Cup where Jordan reached the final. So on paper, this has all the makings of a very entertaining game this evening. 2 sides with, well, nothing and yet plenty to play for. They both want to get the ball rolling again in the second half of their season. Al Wehdat in the Jordanian Pro League are 8 points behind Al Fazali. They've played a game less though. Al Wasl, for their part in the league, they're in 5th spot, 8 points behind Alain. Frisson of excitement around the ground, as, if you like, the second half of both these teams' seasons about to get underway. Al Wehdat get us underway then with referee Lutfullen starting the match, with the visitors playing from right to left on your screens. Early clearance for Adrielson, the Brazilian defender. That's cut out by Fabio de Lima. Crossfield ball by number 13, Nato Tapia. Really good atmosphere here at the stadium. Plenty of noise that the Al Wasl fans at the top of your screen are making. There's Mesut Moral, appointed on the 7th of November this year, replacing Luis Castro, who himself was only appointed in June and left by mutual agreement in early November. Moral still looking for his first success in competitive action. And his opposite number this evening, Jamal Mahmoud, Mr. Al Wehdat, I think that's the best way to describe him. Played as a midfielder for the club. Won 4 Jordan League titles. It's his 3rd spell at the club. Came back on the 19th of September this year. He's vastly experienced across Jordanian football, and he's also managed the Palestine national team. Mustafa Kamal, number 21, playing on the left-hand side in midfield. Chance to burst forward for Mohanad Semreen. Flags up on that far side, the assistant referee deciding that Semreen got himself into an offside position. What a difficult decision that one for the assistant. It's Tapia. It's near side Malheiro. That was nice play from Serginho to let the ball run. Fabio de Lima miscues his first effort on goal this evening with the captain's armband. It's his 12th season at Al Wasl. 179 goals in the UAE Pro League. 6 goals this season in all competitions, including 3 in the AFC Champions League Two. Al Wehdat fans enjoying themselves. Out to this near side to Mustafa Kamal. Taya goes down the line. Throw in on this near side below our commentary position. Pedro Malheiro takes it. Tapia up and under across the pitch. Hugo Neto bursting forward to Lima. It's a really good overlap there from Malheiro. Throw-in conceded. Al Wehdat under early pressure. 73. Wajdi Nazeh, Palestinian international. Almeri, number 3, with the beard, sweeps the ball to this near side. Adrielson. Tapia, happy to go back to his goalkeeper, Khalid Al-Sanani. Al-Sanani, after he was pretty much an ever-present in the league title-winning season of 23-24, he's been in and out since then. Rabia Al-Alawi, number 17, back on defensive duty. far side. Raheem Palacios. Just over 5 minutes gone then. No clear-cut opportunities for either side as yet. Sidibe, De Lima, Tapia. Thought about a little dink over the top for Palacios. Tapia again, he's seen plenty of the ball in these early stages. Malheiro. Just Adrielson and Al-Sanani in the Al Wasl half at the moment. De Lima always seems to make himself available in the middle of the pitch. Tapia looking to change the point of play. Slight lack of precision there from Wasl, but they can come again. Tapia thinks about the shot. Malheiro, it's a rugged challenge there. Mustafa Kemal it was, who won the ball, and he had to win it as well. Going in like that, any hint of a mistimed challenge, he would incur the referee's ire, I'm sure. Mustafa Kemal, one of 7 players before tonight to have featured in all matches in this campaign this season. That's a free kick. Alawi goes down, gets the decision. Hugo Neto is the man who collided with him. He's come off a little worse from what we can see. Players this evening for Al Wasl in the starting lineup who've been involved in every match this season. Hugo Neto, one of them. Saldana, number 11, and Serginho, number 19, the others. Dama Diallo is on the bench. He's also featured in all 5 matches so far. No great history for Al Wasl of playing against Jordanian teams. In fact, their match on matchday 2 was the first time they faced a Jordanian side in the AFC Champions League Elite 2. That's good defensive work from Adrielson, coming across and snuffing out the danger. Alawi was the man who was trying to make his way through the defence. Sidibe out to this near side. De Lima with the first-time ball. Malheiro, who's been lively down this right-hand side so far, gets the crossover. De Lima will look to keep the ball in play. Nice touch from him to Sidibe. Adrielson. Wasl with the vast majority of possession in these early stages. Saldana has to go back. He thought about a little cute turn, wasn't able to achieve it. That's a casual ball by Adrielson, and a chance to run now for Semrine. In the end, he's crowded out. He feels he was fouled. The referee was right on the spot and disagreed. Malheiro. Adrielson. Palmieri. This is a competition that started back in 2004 as the AFC Cup. It's the second season of it being rebranded as the AFC Champions League Two. And a free kick and a yellow card as well. Umi. This is number 2, Arafat Haj Ibrahim. Doesn't feel that merited a card. Let's have a look from this angle. He was pulling at the shirt there of Serginho. It's a free kick now in a very good position indeed for Al Wasl. Palacios is over the ball. Saldana is there as well. 4 players in the wall for Wehdat. There's a doorstop there, you can see. The wall to jump, just in case the shot is drilled low. Palacios leaves it. Serginho, the wall does its job. He's never got the elevation on that at all, Serginho. If the wall hadn't jumped, still have been able to block that very comfortably. That's one in the air powerfully by Adrielson, to no great effect. Chance now to burst forward for Mustafa Kamal. Gets the ball through, but the flag's gone up. Al Alawi to time his run. Got that timing wrong. Let's have a look. Just tried to bend his run a little bit there. He was always way beyond the last defender. Nice movement from him. Hero pulled back. Kamal, the guilty party on that occasion. Player who's been with Al Wehdat now for the best part of 18 months. Joined from their major rivals Al Hussein in July of last year. Back inside to Almeri. To Lima, Tapia. Patient stuff this from Al Wasl. All 11 players for Al Wehdat behind the ball. Adrielson wanted a bit more movement ahead of him there than he actually got. 34, a player who's been an ever-present in the UAE Pro League this season. This is his 16th start of 19 games, including this one that Al Wasl played this term. Good run there, good surging run, and down goes Palacios. He feels he was fouled. Give and go from him. He's just recovering now in the penalty area as Wasl look to build again. Sidibe. Tapia takes a tumble. Almeri plays on. Ball lofted forward, looking for Saldana, but the flag's gone up. It's obviously in an offside position, just as that ball was played. Beyond the last defender. We can certainly say Palacios was. Here was that run by Palacios. Down he went. It was just coming together really between himself and Haj Ibrahim. To this near side, Semrine. lovely outlet so far. Played inside by Simreen once again. And, well, less said about that, the better. It's neither a cross nor a shot, was it really? This is his 5th start in the AFC Champions League this season. Good work initially there by Junior Ajayi, Nigerian striker, holding the ball up with his back to goal. Plenty to consider in the early stages then for Jamal Mahmood. Solid header that from Kamal. Tapia gives it away. Picked up by Al-Alawi. Jai, quick feet from him. A little bit too quick, catching Fabio de Lima. There's the little contact, little ankle tap, and down goes de Lima. Referee looked full and right on the spot. Easy decision for him to make. Mary making just his 5th start in all competitions this season. It's his 3rd start in the AFC Champions League Two this term. Here he is again. It's his 3rd match in a row that he started this season. In the team this evening, in the absence of the big Moroccan defender, Soufiane Bouftini. De Lima inside to Tapia, who's got lots of space there, space to turn. To slot that ball over to the far side, and that's going to be a corner. Conceded by Shuki Al-Kuza. Malheiro making his way over to that far side for this dead ball situation. 7 players in and around the box for Al Wasl. Malheiro looks to swing this one in with his right foot. Smallest man on the pitch for Al Wasl. Sidibe was there. Oh yes! Fantastic header, Adrielson. Sidibe was the decoy right next to the keeper. He raced forward. Al Wehdat switched off, and Adrielson powered that header into the corner. Completely unchallenged. Questions in the Al Wehdat defence. Adrielson won't care, and neither will those Wasl fans. The home side hit the front. Great delivery and a great leap. But goodness me, to have an unchallenged header there from just a couple of yards out, absolutely criminal from an Al Wehdat perspective. Junior Ajayi seemed to be the man who was picking up Adrielson. He wasn't able to make much of a job of it. And the big Brazilian finds the back of the net, much to the pleasure of his coach. Straight off the training ground, that one, and into the back of the net. Well, Al Wasl getting what they've deserved in the match so far. They've been the ones making all the running. Now they're the ones ahead on the scoreboard. 3rd goal in all competitions this season for Adrielson. He's also scored 1 in the UAE Pro League and 1 in the ADIB Cup. That's the League Cup here in the UAE. Now he's on the mark in the AFC Champions League Two. Wehdat got in response. Ball forward from Kamal, picked up by Al Alawi. Hasn't got a lot of support on that right-hand side. He has to go it alone. And he's done well in the end to hold that ball up and win the throw for his team. Ball ricocheting off Hugo Neto. Mustafa Kamal will take the throw on that far side. He's wondering if he's looking at a long throw here. He seems to be setting up for it. Ball bouncing in the area. And then a shot comes in, and a cracking shot too, and a good save as well. Semrine it was, taking it on the half volley, and Al Sanani pushing it wide of his post. Falling backwards as he hit it, Mohanad Semrine. It may well have gone wide, but Al Sanani wasn't prepared to take that chance. Flying across his goal, pushing it behind for a corner. This is a good response from Al Wehdat. Gone behind, and they're looking to get back on level terms. Nazi, Palestinian international, takes the corner. Decent delivery too. Wasl can now try and break forward. It's a good defensive tackle. Excellent work by Moawad, Mustafa Moawad, the Egyptian. Distinctive mop of curly hair on the top of his head. Just joined the club in July of this year. The only ever present for the team in this AFC Champions League Two. By ever present, I mean he's not missed a single minute of this campaign. De Lima and Sidibe exchanging passes. Andreasen, discretion the better part of valor there, going back to his keeper. Over to the far side to Neto. Sidibe, guilty of the foul on that occasion. Siaka Sidibe. Some of the fans here at Al Wasl just questioning his form earlier this season. His challenge on Haj Ibrahim, deemed an unfair one. Sidibe, though, now at the club for 3.5 years, arriving from his native Mali. He's still only 22. Terrific engine on him. Never seems to stop running. Al Alawi with his back to goal, dispossessed. That far side. Serginho picking the ball up, and now he transfers it to this near side. Malheiro. Play switched again. Early ball in from Palacios. Here's Daniel Fane. Just 24 years of age, but very experienced. Didn't feature at the start of this campaign, and they missed him in those first 3 matches. He didn't feature at all in matches 1 and 2, and made an appearance off the bench in match 3. They were the 3 matches that have really cost Al Wehdat in this campaign. Didn't take a single point from them. Beaten in their last 2 matches in the AFC Champions League Two, but it was too little too late for them. Fana to this near side. And Nasir just caught out a little bit there. He's got the throw. He's dawdling on the ball, and Saldana was across to try and nick it off him. say goes down the line. That's one in the air, one powerfully by Adrielson. And a card's been shown now. Wehdat is the man who's picked up that card. Second player from Al Wehdat to go into the referee's notebook this evening. You can understand his frustration there. Played the ball, may have just caught his man as well. He's a big physical specimen, isn't he? 28 years of age. Getting himself around in the midfield. Ball over the top for Palacios. He's done well to keep it in play. Gets the cross in. Saldana can't get a clean header on the ball. That's calm play from Al Wehdat. Try and get the ball out of danger. Wehdat gives it away. It'll come back with interest. De Lima's pass, an errant one. I felt he was pushed there, but the referee didn't see anything untoward. Pushed out of play on that far side by Hugo Neto. There's good atmosphere here at the stadium. Zabeel Stadium capacity just under 9,000. It's nowhere near that tonight, but the fans who have made their way here making plenty of noise. Fane pushes the ball out to this near side to Simreen. He's inside to Wehdat, and then the shot comes in from Simreen. That was an ambitious volley, wasn't it? The ball coming over his shoulder. Mahmoud right on the edge of his technical area. Both coaches, in fact, doing likewise. Slightly scrappy game so far. A real moment of quality with that set piece for Al Wasl, producing the goal. Just shy of the half-hour mark. Hugo Neto just a little bit late there on Afana. It's produced the free kick. First real opportunity, aside from one corner, that Al Wehdat have had to get the ball into the danger area. Naze, Matchday Naze will take the free kick. It's a great delivery, but it almost caused a problem for Al Wasl. Tapia gets his head on the ball. Simreen, who's seen so much of the ball for Al Wehdat so far, and a really good tackle from Palacios, appreciated by the Wasl fans. There goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Abdullah Al Fakhouri hasn't had an awful lot to do apart from pick the ball out of the back of his net after that header from Adrielson. It's gone out of play. It'll be a throw to Al Wehdat. This tournament, as the AFC Cup and then the AFC Champions League Two, has been won by 14 different teams. Reigning champions are Sharjah of the United Arab Emirates, although they're not taking part in this year's competition. They've reached the AFC Champions League Elite. Flag's gone up. A whole host of players could have been called offside there. It was Serginho who was racing forward and picking the ball up. was the man the flag was directed at. With the errant pass, not able to be picked up by Semrine. Visit Morale. There's no unusual place for him, the Zabeel Stadium. He was actually the assistant coach here in the 2023-24 season. And Al Wasl actually won the league under Milos Milojevic. They won a league and cup double that season, actually, winning the President's Cup as well. Semrine under pressure. Ajayi tries to go down the line. That's good work from Adrielson. Again, using his head well. Moawad to the far side. Picked up by Al Alawi. Good pressing from Al Wasl, forcing the visitors to go backwards. Fane to this near side. Naze has the ball nicked off him by Sidibe. Sidibe gets the free kick in the end. Challenge coming in from Kamal. That win for Sharjah in this competition last season. First time a United Arab Emirates side lifted this particular piece of silverware. Other successful teams from Kuwait, Iraq, Jordan, Syria, Bahrain, Lebanon, Uzbekistan, Malaysia, Oman and Australia. Fane guilty of the foul on that occasion. Bursting forward is number 19, Serginho. Cross comes in, not a bad ball actually from Palacios, a bit too close to the goalkeeper. Easy enough for Alpha Khoury, who goes long, goes early. Good work from Adrielson, acrobatic stuff from him. And on, says the referee, up you get. Tells Al Alawi, the Omani. Al Alawi was part of the Oman Arab Cup squad. 4 substitute appearances there. Experienced Oman international. Tapia. Lima with a little flick, looking for Saldana. Saldana's continued his run. Sidibe. Serginho trying to fashion some space for a shot. Sidibe wins it back. Serginho. Palacios trying to trick his way through. Serginho again. Tapia. Gets the ball back to Hugo Neto, who's in an advanced position there, the left back. Again, all the outfield players in the Al Wehdat half. Lima, it's close control letting him down for once, and Moawad doing well to win the ball, and then a free kick given against Malheiro. Just approaching Mohanad Semreen. Push in the back. Semreen off balance. He's on the ball again now. Good run from him. Chip towards the back post. Jai battling for it. As well to retain possession there. Find some support from number 23, Ahmed Thayer. He's forced to go back. Less than 10 minutes to go in this first half. Still Al Wasl hold the advantage. Surging run forward by Nazir. He couldn't match that run with a quality delivery. Palacios with a little flick on. He's looking for the run of Hugo Neto. And what a disappointing delivery that was. Rare opportunity there for Al Wehdat to get the ball into the box. Shoki Al-Kuza missed his opportunity. Two Jordanian sides have won this competition, its various iterations. Al-Fazali winning it twice. It was in 2005 and 2006. And Shabab Al-Ordon winning it in 2007 when they actually beat Al-Fazali in the final. And gentle from Semreen. He was trying to pick his spot there, but he telegraphed it a little bit, and Al Sanani had no problem at all in flopping on that one. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Safe hands. All the way back to his goalkeeper by Al-Kuza. Nazir. Awad. It's the last round of group matches in this competition. Over in the east, all the group stages have been done and dusted already. Semreen, overlap from Nazir. He goes for the return ball, dinks it to the back post. It's just beyond Al-Alawi. Palacios is the man back there with the clearance. Scope for Semreen to get a turn in, but in the end retain possession, and Sidibe is fouled. Semreen, in fact, the man doing the fouling. Frustration for him. Clattering challenge. He felt he'd won the ball. So did those Al Wehdat fans. Referee thought otherwise. Draw for the round of 16 will happen on the 30th of this month, just 6 days' time. Round of 16 matches take place in the middle of February, the quarter-finals, just like the round of 16 across 2 legs. It's in March, the semi-finals in April, and the final, it's the 16th of May, 2026. Al-Alawi, fouled there by Neto. Uncompromising challenge, that one, wasn't it? good run forward by Nazi. But again, the final ball doesn't match the endeavour. Yes, Al-Sanani's had to make a couple of saves, but neither of them you would class as particularly taxing so far. There's been an awful lot of goalmouth action in this game up to this point. Not for want of trying by both teams, but defensively they've both been fairly solid. Again, all the outfield players concertinaed into the middle third of the pitch here. Very little space for anything creative. De Lima, Sidibe, Tapia. Play spread out to the far side. It's a foul. Neto the guilty party on that occasion, and I think the Al Wehdat fans feeling that the referee being a little bit lenient there, maybe a card could have been shown. He's been booked 3 times in all competitions this season. Hugo Neto, once in the AFC Champions League and twice in the UAE Pro League. Just beyond the diving effort of Mohanad Semreen. Frustration there, kicks the ball away. It's been that sort of half really for Al Wehdat. Semreen in particular has been full of endeavour down this left-hand side, our commentary box side of this Zabil Stadium. There's been nothing really to show for that endeavour. That will be an Al Wasl throw. Nazi is down. Thankfully he's back on his feet. Just over 2 minutes of normal time remaining at the end of this first half. Tapia thought about the early ball there to Saldana. Saldana wanted that early ball. He's still in an offside position now. Up top, Tapia once again goes early this time to Malheiro. Ball's cut out by Kamal. De Lima, last couple of seasons he's been operating in a deeper role than the one we've seen him in past years for Al Wasl. Good work there by Nazi, just stepping up to snuff out the danger. Sure feet as well from Al Fakhouri. Time for either side to find another goal at the back end of this first half. A slip from Al-Alawi. He felt the final touch was from a Wasl player, showing his frustration there, throwing the ball away. Well, I think he might have a point there. Tapia picks out Sidibe. What a powerful shot from Malheiro. Suddenly found himself in a central position there. Beaten away by the goalkeeper Al Fakhouri. Pressure still on. And in the end, a little dinked ball forward by Serginho. Doesn't find its intended target. Malheiro, didn't he catch that sweetly? Desperately trying to get the block in was Al-Kuzi, couldn't manage it. The goalkeeper's hot hands, they did the job. Just 1 minute of additional time to be played, a minimum of 1 minute. Our fourth official has indicated. It's in keeping with the first half that's flowed very nicely. No real stoppages to speak of. In fact, I can't really think of an occasion when the medical team of either side has had to come onto the pitch. There's the end of the first half, signalled by referee Lutfullen. And it's the first half. It's been adorned with a tremendous headed goal by Adrielson on 19 minutes. That's the goal that separates these two sides. It came from a corner. Al Wehdat will certainly ask questions of themselves in terms of their marking. Apart from that, and a shot right at the end of the first half by Pedro Malheiro, Al Wehdat's goal hasn't really been troubled, but Al Wasl have had the majority of possession, and they've looked the likelier to score once again. Al Wehdat, for their part, a couple of efforts from distance. Khalid Al-Sanani called into action in goal for Al Wasl, but the saves he's had to make have been fairly comfortable, it's fair to say. And Al Wasl, good value for their lead here at the Zabeel Stadium at half-time. Half-time has arrived then, and it's Al Wasl 1, Al Wehdat 0.
Everyone's crazy about football. One boxing, a never-ending game of tennis. One wrong move, game over. Tennis, a marathon with a racket.
Have the two teams. Al Wasl, known as between the two sets of players and the match officials. Games.
Teaches us how
to run, and down goes.
to accept defeat gracefully, and then go on to do our best in the next game. Those are trail boys. To make your opponents and teammates remember your name. Play a role in the
Welcome back to the Zabeel Stadium in the heart of Dubai, where we're getting ready for the second half of matchday 6 of the AFC Champions League 2. It's Al Wasl, already qualified from Group A, and they're up against a side that's already been eliminated, Al Wehdat. It's Al Wasl who lead by a 1-0 thanks to Adrielson's header on 19 minutes. And Al Wehdat, they've made a change at half-time with Junior Ajayi making way and Mohamed Al-Mawali coming on in his place, the experienced forward. Just wondering if we might be having another change here as well, this time for Al Wasl. A bit of confusion down below our commentary position with the fourth official. Al-Mawali on, the 32-year-old forward. He's featured in all matches so far this season in this competition. 4 starts, and this is his second appearance off the bench. Just waiting for one player for Al Wasl, it would appear. We're a man down at the moment. There's only 10 players for them on the pitch, it would seem. Can't see Hugo Neto out there, and as a result he is being substituted, and Abdulrahman Saleh is going to come on in his place. Off we go then with Al Wasl in the yellow strip, playing from right to left on your screens. Abdulrahman Saleh, it's his 10th appearance off the bench in all competitions this season. He's featured in 18 out of 19 matchday squads for the home team this term. I think he was quite ready. He was just adjusting the tape around his socks even after the second half had got underway, so I think it caught him as much by surprise as a few others that the change has happened. I can only assume that Hugo Neto perhaps not 100%. So have Al Wehdat got in this second half? Can they find a way back into this match? Al Alawi, who was lively in the first period, laying the ball back to Ahmed Thayer, 23. Ball lofted forward, and the flag's gone up on this near side. Al-Mawali in an offside position. His first contribution then. Very experienced. Played for the Omani team Al Nasser. A host of teams also in Jordan. It's a foul against Moawad. That very kindly goes and gets the ball. Just catching Palacios from behind. Long ball forward, looking for the run of Palacios. Good defensive work in the end by Al-Kuza. No one in any particular hurry to get the game going again. Going to be a corner for the home team. Malheiro, whose delivery in the first half was the result of the goal, resulted in the goal for Al Wasl. Can he produce something similar now. Once again, Sidibe is next to the goalkeeper. There are 4 players at the back post for Al Wasl. Headed away by Moawad. Chance now to break clear for Alawali. Great work from Palacios. Helped out by Tapia. Great pace from Palacios there to get back into position. Mesut Moral, the coach for Al Wasl. He's been in charge for 4 matches so far. Hasn't presided over a victory up to this point in time. 2 matches in the League Cup, a 0-0 draw against Al Jazeera, and then a 2-1 defeat here at the Zabeel Stadium, which knocked his team out in the quarter-final stage. A 1-1 draw against Istiklal of Iran on match day 5 in this competition. And in round 8 of the UAE Pro League, a 0-0 draw again here against Ajman. So they've only scored 2 goals in the last 4 matches under Meral. More importantly, as I've mentioned, they haven't got a victory as yet. Throw in for the substitute, Abdulrahman Saleh. As though that hit the hand there of Al-Kuza. Bursting through now is Saldana. In the end, he's denied, though. That's good defensive work by Naze. Serginho out to Palacios, gets the crossover. That was awkward because it deflected off a defender. And in the end, Naze came in and headed it behind for a corner. Majdi Naze. De Lima was the furthest player forward there. There was that excellent defensive work from Naze a little earlier. Another corner on this near side for the home team. Sidibe next to the goalkeeper, and again 4 players at the back post for Wasl. Referee spots an infringement. Free kick then for Al Wehdat. Al Wehdat fans doing their best to get behind their team. Didn't show an awful lot going forward in the first half, I think that's fair to say. Al Wehdat last season in the Jordanian Pro League finished 2nd. 12-team competition last season. Finished 1 point behind Al Hussein. Bursting forward is Alawi. Shot coming in from the substitute, Al-Mawali. That was blocked. It was a heartbreaking end to the season for Al Wehdat last term. They drew with Al Ramtha, who finished 4th on the final day of the season, to a 90th minute equaliser. Without that equaliser, Al Wehdat would have won the league. 1 point behind Al Hussein. That's sloppy from Abdulrahman Saleh. Al-Alawi goes down, or hits the corner flag and goes behind for a goal kick. Al Wehdat, though, did win the Jordanian FA Cup last season, beating Al Hussein in a rather dour final, 0-0. And they won the resultant penalty shootout by 3 spot kicks to 1. It's nicely done by Serginho, with pressure from behind. De Lima tries to get Malheiro racing forward, not able to do so. Ball drilled over to that far side by Alpha Khoury. He was looking for Semrine, and the ball was just overhit. Mentioned that Al Wehdat got some silverware last season. So did Al Wasl. Ended up winning the UAE Qatar Super Cup against Al Sadd. (1-0) success for them in Doha. Nicolas Jimenez, who's on the bench this evening, scored that goal. Chance for Naze to burst forward. Semrine for company. Comes inside. Amawali. Ball, an errant one. Has to be a free kick, surely. The referee quite some distance away from the play there. He was up by the centre circle. Frustration for Al-Qusa. You could see quite clearly bundling into Andrielsen. At the other end now, Palacios, cross to the back post, and not a particularly good ball. Saldana needed a stepladder to reach that one. It's been kept in play on the far side. That will be an Al Wehdat free kick. Yeah, a shrug of the shoulders there from Palacios, frustrated that he got into such a good position and then couldn't deliver the ball that was required. Remember 12 months ago, Al Wasl were playing in the AFC Champions League Elite. It was their home record that was their Achilles heel in that competition. Played 8 league matches and finished 5th to progress through to the knockout stages. Remember, 12 teams in that league. Played 8, won 3, drawn 2, lost 3. All 3 wins for them came away from home. The home record was pretty wretched. Ended up playing 4th placed Al Sadd. They played them quite a few times last season, actually. Ended up losing over 2 legs in the round of 16. De Lima finding himself in space in the middle of the pitch. Serginho, good skill from him. Excellent ball retention. Palacios. Wasl still finding their feet to an extent after a summer of change. It's a good run, this, from Sidibe, getting the ball out to the far side to Malheiro. Gets the cross in. It's behind one player and in front of another. Just needed a little bit of extra quality there. Surely it would have been 2-0. Palacios is down after coming together on this near side. Collided with Al-Qusa. Let's have another look here now. Great run from Sidibe. Malheiro timed his run nicely, but that ball wasn't what was required. There was the collision. After it had been cleared by Al-Qusa. He was frustrated and then he went down himself. Wasl fans, ones that have made their way here to the Zabil Stadium this evening, making plenty of noise. There's quite a bit of building work actually taking place outside the stadium. Let's have a look at the goal. This is the strike that separates the two teams, and what a wonderful header from Adrielson, steaming in, but here's the reaction of the fans. But truth be told, question marks over the Al Wehdat defending. Third goal in all competitions this season for Adrielson. The first really lengthy medical stoppage we've had. Just shy of the hour mark. Wehdat fans in that corner, down by the corner flag there, to the left of screen. Kurza getting a little bit of treatment. A bit of swelling and maybe even a small cut there on the knee after that coming together. Initially he seemed okay. Good news though for Al Wasl. Palacios has made it back onto the pitch, so it's 10 against 11 at the moment. Tapia, De Lima, Palacios, it's opened up for him. Really good tackle in the end from Alawi. It's going to be a substitution now, and Ali Saleh, UAE international, is going to come on, and he's going to be replacing Palacios on this left-hand side. Second change of the evening then for the home team. Ali Saleh, one thing he loves to do when he's on this left-hand side is to cut in field. Palacios getting a round of applause. He's been busy this evening. Hasn't quite produced the end product that he or his teammates would want. But, an hour of effort from him, and now Ali Saleh, back from the Arab Cup, gets the opportunity to have a run round for a half hour or so. Bad news for Al Wehdat is that it looks as though Al Kuza is not going to be able to continue. He's come down to the bench here. They're still down to 10 players on the pitch. Very shortly he's going to be replaced, I rather fancy. Initially he seemed fine, but there was some swelling around the right knee. The change is now going to be affected, and Omar Hassanain is going to come on. Here's Ali Saleh though, gets the crossover. De Lima, and over the top from Sidibe. He really should have hit the target there. Ali Saleh straight away making his presence felt. And Hassanain joins the fray, not a moment too soon to get Al Wehdat back up to a full complement of 11 players. Frustration for Al Kuza. Very nearly a second goal for Al Wasl. Good build up down the left. Sidibe really should have hit the target there. Not noted as a goal scorer. I think that was fairly evident from that finish. He's on the ball again now. Good ball inside to De Lima, who he combined with a short while ago. Abdulrahman Saleh, Ali Saleh. Saleh's taken the captain's armband since coming on. Foul by Tapia on Al Mawali. First half saw Al Wasl have 65% of the ball. Been a frustrating hour or so for Al Wehdat. They need to find some way of generating opportunities, creating chances. They've struggled to do that so far. Mary. Ali Saleh looking to run, and he's been caught there. Omar Hassanain just catching his ankle. Or his foot, in fact. Playing the ball as well there. His fellow substitutes. There was no free kick. Tapia gets it back inadvertently off De Lima. What a lovely through ball there. And the ball squared by Saldana. Ball just ran away from him a little bit, but it's still there for Al Wasl. Sidibe. Misplaced pass from him. Now an opportunity to break for Al Wehdat on that far side. Al Alawi. Going to go backwards though. Picked up by number 21, Kamal. When the ball's through, and in the end Al Sanani is very quickly off his line. Does well there. Was the one racing onto that. Andrielsen was the man policing it back to his goalkeeper. Almost 20 minutes gone in this second half then. Still it's as you were at half-time. The Andrielsen goal separating these two teams. Saldana was looking for that ball over the top. Didn't reach him. Ali Saleh, lovely quick feet from him. De Lima, nice turn as well. You can see Ali Saleh on this near side and picks him out beautifully. Ball inside to Serginho. Now here come Al Wehdat. Al Alawi. Serginho was just trying to delay that throw-in. Throw will be taken down below our commentary position by Haji Ibrahim. Al Alawi. Touch there on the shoulder by Abdul Rahman Saleh. Elicits a free kick. Free's assistant. A1 position to see that. Now this is a real opportunity for Al Wehdat. Chance to get the ball into the box. Get some men forward. You can see the players they have got forward are outnumbered by the men in yellow shirts. Good delivery looking for Al Mawad. Well, the Al Wehdat fans, not much to cheer about this evening. Deciding to get their phone torches out. Try and lift their side that way. De Lima. Cuts inside, policed by Al Alawi. Free kick. Tapia is going to receive a card for that. Just left his left leg trailing there. First player to receive a card for Al Wasl this evening. Renato Tapia. Third card in all. Third time in all competitions this season that Tapia has received a card. First time though in the AFC Champions League Two. Interesting and turning on that far side. Al Mawali. offside. Semrine can't believe it, but he's only got himself to blame. He was right on the touchline there, and all he had to do was look across the line. You could very easily see that he was beyond the last defender. Good disciplined stuff there from Al Wasl's back line. Holding their shape nicely. Ali Saleh on the overlap is Abdul Rahman Saleh. A really poor ball from him. It's what's been lacking this evening, really, that little bit of quality from either side. Kuza looking frustrated on the sidelines. Nothing more he can do this evening now. Wasl already with their position at the top of Group A cemented. Al Muharraq playing Esteghlal, but they can't catch Al Wasl. They're 4 points behind them. Al Muharraq, Bahrain side. It's a shootout for second place though between Esteghlal and Al Muharraq. Esteghlal 2 points behind going into this last round of matches, so a victory this evening for them. We'll see them leapfrog the Bahraini team into second place qualification for the knockout stages. Sidibe battling away in the middle of the pitch. Al Mawali comes away with the ball. Picked up by Semrine. He can burst forward. He's got support outside him. It's a lovely ball in. Oh yes! Mawad is there, the flag stays down, and Al Wehdat are level. Really quality build-up from Al Wehdat, and it gets its reward. Lovely finish, but it was put on a plate there for the Egyptian. And there's the Al Wehdat fans. Joy for them. With 20 minutes remaining, they're back on level terms. Tremendous burst forward by Semrine. He's done so much unselfish running this evening. He had support outside him. That support was Naze, and a lovely ball in. It begged to be put away, and that's exactly what Mawad did. Inside the 6-yard area. And nothing at all from that sort of range that Khalid Al-Sanani could do. 1-1 then. And all of a sudden, all the noise at this stadium is being made by the Al Wehdat fans. Slightly misleading statistic you saw there in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Both sides having 7 shots apiece. Truth be told, Al Wehdat, until that moment where they've equalised, barely threatened the Al Wasl goal, but they've threatened it now, all right. They found the back of the net. Now, what have Al Wasl got in these last 20 minutes? Can they find a way back ahead, or can Al Wehdat find a way forward? Now the referee's blown his whistle here for a challenge on an Al Wehdat player, and the visitors are frustrated because they felt he should have played the advantage. Fane making that exact point to the referee. Challenge came in from Saldana. Referee wasn't happy with it, but he didn't produce a card, at least not one that I saw. lofted forward for Haji Ibrahim to chase. Abdulrahman Saleh cuts it out. Oh, a miscued clearance from Almeri. Gets away with it. And coolness personified. Al-Sanani there, under pressure. Goal scorer. Moawad goes down and he gets the free kick. He's been operating in a more advanced role in this second half. He's got a goal, and now Sidibe gets a yellow card. All of a sudden, Al Wasl looking a little bit rattled here. That goal has shaken them up, no question about that. And I think you can see quite clearly why Sidibe was carded there. It's a premeditated shoulder drop. A couple of substitutions in the offing now for the home team. Adama Diallo and Nicolas Jimenez waiting to come on. Should be the signal for those players to get their opportunity. For the first time this evening, our fourth official just struggling with the administrative part of his role here. Seem to master the technology. Referee's assistant coming over to give him a hand. Saldana is going to make way, and Diallo is replacing him. Let's see who Jimenez is coming on for. He's going to take over from Serginho. Nicolas Jimenez, who started 5 of the 6 games that the United Arab Emirates played in the recent Arab Cup. The only game he didn't start was the 3rd and 4th place playoff that was washed out. And Diallo on, 23-year-old from Côte d'Ivoire. His 11th appearance off the bench this season. It's his 4th season at Al Wasl. For Jimenez. He arrived in the summer of 2023 from Banias, having had 3 seasons there. Qualified for the United Arab Emirates in the season 2023-24. Here he is on the ball for the first time now, Jimenez. Playing the ball forward to Abdulrahman Saleh. Just overcooks that pass. Jimenez will turn 30. January of next year. Last season he featured in every UAE Pro League match. Before he actually qualified as an Emirati. Picked up the award as the best overseas player in the league in 2023-24. That was when Al Wasl won the League and President's Cup double. Sidibe battling away on that far side. In the end, the throw goes Al Wasl's way. Sidibe again. Jimenez instantly making himself available in the middle of the pitch. Ali Saleh to this near side. Abdulrahman Saleh. Adrielson, the goal scorer. Malheiro hugging the touchline. Jimenez. Lofted ball looking for Diallo. Can't quite find him. Straight away an uptick in creativity for Al Wasl, with Jimenez coming onto the pitch. Tapia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce that the official
Sidibe,
Abdul
Abdulrahman Saleh. Early ball in towards Diallo with his back to goal. Lay back to Malheiro isn't quite right. Jimenez, Malheiro can't bring it under control. Tapia, they're knocking at the door here, Al Wasl. Jimenez with a shot across goal, yes, it's in! De Lima, the goalkeeper couldn't hold it. And De Lima there to pick up the scraps. Al Wasl back in the lead, and frustration for Al Wehdat. They'd worked so hard to get back on level terms. But the shot from Jimenez was too hot to hold for Al Fakhouri. And De Lima was in the right place at the right time. Definitely onside. Or was he? No VAR here. So easiest of finishes for Fabio De Lima. And a finish for Al Wasl that puts them back in the lead. Seventh goal in all competitions for Fabio De Lima, and his fourth in the AFC Champions League Two. It's this season. Such a prolific scorer over such a long period of time for Al Wasl, and he's at it again. He was just on the shoulder of the defender. I wonder what VAR would have revealed there had we had it. Sidibe, Ali Saleh. He's got Diallo to aim for, and he finds him. Diallo with the header, and this time it's gathered cleanly by Al Fakhouri. Player down on the far side though for Al Wehdat with what looks like cramp. Semrine, and no surprise that he has got cramp because he's run himself into the ground on that left-hand side this evening. Here's the header from Diallo. He was just leaning back to try and get some purchase, and by leaning back, what that meant was he couldn't get the power. There'll be another change shortly for the visitors. Ahmed Al-Harashi is waiting to come on, and he's actually going to be replacing Semrine, cramp victim on that far side. Harashi, it's his third appearance off the bench in this competition this season. His other appearances against Al Wasl in Jordan on matchday 2 and on matchday 4 against Al Muharraq. 12 minutes, in fact, on the pitch for him in this competition this term, but he's on the ball now. '22-year-old midfielder. Diallo's through, flag stays down, tries to slot the ball in towards De Lima. That'll be a corner. Well, they've responded in just the right way, haven't they, Al Wasl? After being pegged back by Al Wehdat. They scored their first goal, remember, from a corner. Now substitute Nicolas Jimenez, whose shot created that second goal when Al Fakhouri couldn't hold on to the ball. He's the man who's going to take this corner on the far side. Sort of pushing and shoving on the edge of the penalty area. The referee, Goodfillan, just observing all that shoving that's going on. Jimenez with the corner over the head of Diallo. Ali Saleh gets the shot in. It's leaning backwards and it's sliced off the outside of his right foot. Is there a way back into this match for Al Wehdat then? Time running out for them. Saleh, little header inside to Jimenez. He's dispossessed by the Al Wehdat goal scorer, Moawad. Well done, Moawad, there for winning the ball, flicking the ball forward to the substitute, Al Harashi. Al Hero. Space for him to run into, crossing the halfway line. Tapia. Jimenez. It's a game of keep ball here for Al Wasl. Can afford to be patient now. They've got their noses in front once more. Ali Saleh. Almeri. Adrielson, the scorer of the first goal. Another change coming shortly for Al Wehdat. Barker Kalbuna is waiting to come on. 22-year-old forward. This is going to be his first appearance in this season's AFC Champions League Two, and his last, of course, because the side aren't going to be progressing beyond the group stages. Diallo still retains possession. He's done well here. De Lima picks up the scraps. It was Afana who made a really good tackle at a very opportune time. Ali Saleh just manages to keep that ball in play, does he? No, the flag's gone up on the far side anyway. He was in an offside position. Here's that change now for Al Wehdat. Mustafa Kamal is going to come off. The man who's covered a lot of ground this evening. Kalbuna joined Al Wehdat in August of this year. He has been sidelined for a lengthy period of time with a shoulder injury. Back to full fitness now. Sidibe. Cross coming in from De Lima. Tapia. Ali Saleh dinks the ball up, looking for Diallo. Ali Saleh again with the left foot. There's a lovely little cross. Just a little bit too high for Diallo. Such a dainty touch there from the man wearing the captain's armband. Managed to get the ball over Alpha Khoury. Unfortunately for him, over everyone else too. The changes that Al Wasl have made, they've really helped drive the team forward, particularly Jimenez and Ali Saleh. Tapia now. Good run from him, and it's not held once more by Alpha Khoury. This time Al Wehdat managing to defend, cover off that loose ball. Now a long ball forward for the substitute to run onto. Al Harashi. Good work from Adrielson. Now at the other end, De Lima is through. Squares the ball for Diallo, but the flag is up. That was casual from Diallo. He was beyond not only the last defender, but also, most importantly of all, De Lima. De Lima perhaps should have sensed that and gone his own way. Have another look here now. He looks up, and you can see quite clearly Diallo timed his run all wrong. He can't believe that he was signalled offside, but if he saw that replay, he'd know the issue. Meanwhile, Yusuf Almeri, in a great deal of pain, it would appear. The attack for Al Wasl was taking place while he was lying prone in his own penalty area. Good news is he's up and about, but all seems very tender with that left foot of his. Reminder that Al Wasl have got another game coming up just 4 days' time. It's against the bottom side in the UAE Pro League, Dibba. They're away from home, over on the east coast. This was the issue. He slipped there. No one actually made contact with him. He's going to come off the pitch, and it doesn't look entirely encouraging for him or for Al Wasl. Looks like Malik Janir is going to replace him, the young Syrian defender. He's just holding his hamstring there as well. I thought it was his foot initially, but yes, it looks as though it's the hamstring for Almeri, and that is not a good sign. Malik Janir then, coming on for the last few minutes. He's actually made 8 starts in all competitions this season, including 2 in the AFC Champions League, 3 substitute appearances before tonight. Flag's gone up on that near side for Al Mawali. Again, no real excuse for that. He can look right across the line. Substitution for Al Wasl, the 5th and final of the night, and our 4th official has just held up the board to indicate a minimum of 5 minutes to be played. Beyond the 90, Diallo. Playing keep ball there with Malheiro. Jimenez through to Diallo. Wins the corner. Can Al Wasl just seal the deal here and put some icing on the Christmas cake? Get a 3rd goal. They're in no great rush to take this corner. Jimenez will do so eventually as we move into the 2nd minute of the minimum of 5 to be played. Three players for Al Wasl around the penalty spot. Headed away by Naze. In the end, both Naze and Baka Kalbuna left it for each other. As a result, neither was able to make contact with it. This isn't where Al Wehdat need the ball at all. Lovely skill from Ali Saleh. He's penalised though for a push in the back on the defender. Man going down was Haj Ibrahim. Well, it's been a very forgettable AFC Champions League 2 campaign, this, for Al Wehdat, and it looks as though it's going to end with a whimper rather than a bang. Just 1 win in their previous 5 matches in this season's competition, and it looks as though it's going to be 1 from 6. Just 5 goals scored in their 6 matches. You compare that to Wasl, found the back of the net 15 times. It's one indicator of the difference between these 2 teams in terms of their standings. Al Wehdat maybe can find a way through right at the death. Al-Nazi did well to fashion an opportunity there, but in the end, Al-Sanani gets his punch in, and the ball's gone out of play. Haji Ibrahim did his best to keep it in, couldn't quite do so. Good connection there from Al Sanani. No clean sheet for him tonight, but all the same, he'll be happy enough if he can come off with the 3 points. And Al Wasl maintaining their unbeaten record in this competition this season. Al Sanani now 7 goals conceded, just the 1 clean sheet this season. That was on match day 3 in this competition, actually, against Al Muharraq, a 1-0 win. Hero forward. Sidibe tackled by Moawad. A chance for Al-Alawi to pick up the scraps on that far side. Need to get the ball into the danger area here, do Al Wehdat. We're into the 5th and final minute of the minimum of 5 to be played, and they've got a prime opportunity now to see if they can salvage something from this match. Naze going down under challenge from Sidibe. So a free kick. Surely they've got to push everyone forward now. Only got 6 players beyond the ball. Surely it doesn't matter if they lose 2-1 or 3-1, just get the players forward, try and create an opportunity for an equaliser. Ball comes in, Al-Hira with the header away. Kept alive by Al-Harashi. In the end, he's crowded out. Abdul Rahman Salih does well. Challenge from Afane. And a look of frustration there and resignation on the face of Jamal Mahmoud. We've gone beyond the minimum of 5 minutes now. And it's at the referee's discretion how much longer we play. Here we are, there's the final whistle. So a first victory in competitive action for Mesut Miral since taking over as Al Wasl coach. And the home team, their passage for the round of 16 already secured, ensure that they go into the knockout stages of the AFC Champions League unbeaten. 4 wins and 2 draws for them in 6 matches. Fabio de Lima's goal, 11 minutes from the end of normal time, was the one that separates these sides eventually, after Adrielson's bullet header in the first half had given Al Wasl the lead. Al Wehdat fought back in the second half, and from their best move of the match, Mustafa Moawad, the Egyptians slid in with 20 minutes to go to fashion an equaliser for the Jordanian team, but it wasn't enough in the end. And that forgettable campaign for Al Wehdat comes to an end with them bottom of the 4-team Group A with just 1 win from 6 matches. Ali Salih came on, took the captain's armband, and really made a big difference in the second half, as did Nicolas Jimenez. Victory then for Al Wasl. They go into the round of 16 with confidence now. They finished up victorious over Al Wehdat. It's finished here at the Zabeel Stadium. Al Wasl 2, Al Wehdat 1.